All right, guys, here we go. You guys seem to like these top 10 ranking videos. Thank you very, very much. So we thought we'll continue on. We are now going to rank the top 10 British heavyweights currently fighting. I say that because Tyson Fury would obviously be in the top 2 or 3, but he is now retired, or at least he says he's retired.
He says he's retired.
So for now, Fury is out before anyone, Fury fans, go mad with us. All right, this was very hard.
It was. I have to say, the people watching like this, I absolutely love doing them as well. They're so much fun and there's so much debate.
Yes.
That's what I love about them. Even people who watch them in the comment section, it's like when I read their top 10s, I'm like, okay, maybe.
Yeah. Again, guys, look, get your top 10s in because they are going to differ from what me and G-Man do. Like, I don't know what he's got. He doesn't know what I've got. I have no idea. Like, mine's all over the place. So I'm ready to be shot down because I don't know what I'm talking and doing here. All right. Shall we start with number 10?
My number 10 is Big Fraser Clark.
Okay.
Big Fraser Clark in at the top, in at number 10.
Why?
I think he is solid domestically, but just that solid domestically. When we've seen him jump up like against Wardley, that knockout was scary.
Yeah, scary knockout.
And he probably will never be the same after that.
Oh, I don't want to put too much in him. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll know when he fights Jamie TKV.
Yeah, we certainly will. My number 10 is someone that Fraser Clark beat, Mr. Dave Allen.
Okay.
Is my number 10.
Okay.
And this was very hard for me with Fraser and Dave because on the one hand, I wanted to have Fraser at 10 and Dave at 9. I thought, 1 second, but Fraser basically stopped Dave Allen. And I don't know how much negative number I can give him having got beat by Wardley, who's going to be very, 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 very high in our rankings. So I'm going to go Fraser. So I've gone Dave number 10. I've got Fraser at 9.
Okay. That's interesting.
Who's your 9?
Richard Riakporhe.
Okay, this is okay.
Richard Riakporhe in at number 9 because I don't think he's the biggest heavyweight in the world. Yeah. But I think he is still useful at that weight.
Who's he beat for you to have him in that? That's a big...
He's only fought the one fight at heavyweight. He was willing to go in there with Lawrence Okoli.
He was.
And it wasn't him who pulled out. Remember that? It wasn't him who pulled out, and he's tried to get that fight over the line again. He's fighting Tommy Welsh this coming Saturday, and I think that's going to tell us a lot about him. But just in the eye test, I think maybe at cruiserweight he probably was a bit drained. I think he can do a little bit of damage. I'm not saying he'll win world titles or do an Usyk or anything like that, but I think at domestic level, maybe even a bit above that, he can do some damage. Certainly in the heavyweight division.
Okay, interesting. I will say this now, guys. I don't have Richard Riakporhe in mind. There were some guys, he was in that kind of mix at 12, 13, 14, 11, but I just felt like everyone on this list has kind of beaten somebody. And he's the only one, if I were to put Riakporhe in there, and he could chin a few of these guys, by the way, hasn't beaten anyone yet, but he could. He could. All right, so who have you got as your number... What is it? Wait, so who's your number 8?
My number 8 is Big Joe Joyce.
Okay.
I think that, look, against Filip Hrgović, he did lose, but he gave a good account of himself.
Yep.
It has to be said. He gave a good account of himself in there. Against Chisora, well, I mean, look what Chisora's done. I mean, he did better against Chisora than Onavalin did.
Agreed.
So I can't really knock him that much. I think that there was a lot of talk about him and Tony Yoka. And personally, I think if him and Tony Yoka fight, I think he probably wins.
Yeah.
So I think that there is still a win, not a world level win, but there is still a decent enough win in Joe Joyce. 100%.
I agree with you, especially when you think of the Hrgović performance.
Didn't you say you only spoke to him a little while ago and you said he sounded fine?
Yeah, there's always been this thing about Joe Joyce that, he's punchy and he's this and he's that. I spoke to him the other day and I was like, he's all right. That's just how he speaks.
That's what I mean. When people tell me that,
this is how he speaks.
He literally sounds no different than how he did a couple of years ago.
Yeah. I've got my number 8 as David Adelaide.
Okay.
Is my number 8. I was trying to think, should he be higher than this because of the Hrgović fight? But it was still a defeat to Hrgović. A good win against TKV, a good win against Solomon Dakers, who I don't have either of those guys in this list. So... yeah, I can only give him so much. Like, the biggest fights he's been in, for me, have been 2 defeats, and Wardley and Hrgović. So, and the TKV win was still, there's an asterisk because of what happened in
It
that.
was a come from behind win.
It was come from behind win. And also the punch after the referee said break as well. So I've got him as my number 8, which I don't think is that bad. Who's your number 7?
Lawrence Okoli.
Oh, I'm so interested about
Lawrence
your list now.
Okoli, the first fight at heavyweight he had was about a year ago.
Knocked him out in 2, didn't he?
Knocked him out in 1.
Was it 1?
Knocked him out
Okay.
in 1, and we never heard of him before since the guy he fought. Then he went in there against, I can't think of his name now.
Kevin Lorena.
Kevin Lorena, thank you. And it wasn't a...
Had a torn bicep in that fight.
He did have a torn, and it looked bad. You could tell like there was something not right with that bicep. But he did a good job on him. He did a solid job. Although Dubois took care of him in a couple of rounds, he never had the trouble that Dubois had early on in that fight. Nor did he have the trouble that Justice Huni had. Justice Huni had an awful time with Kevin Lorena.
Good shot.
So I think Lawrence Okoli, I just haven't seen enough. And one thing I will say, he's way too heavy at heavyweight. Like way in the 260s. No.
Okay.
No
fair.
way.
My number 7 is Joe Joyce.
Oh, wow.
So I've got Joe Joyce. Yeah, I've got Joe. What do you have him? 8?
8, yeah.
Yeah, I've got him at 7, Joe Joyce. In my head, I was like, how far do I go back to rate him? Because he's beat up Joseph Parker. Like, how far do I go back? Stop Daniel Dubois. Like, there was a time when everyone was legit saying, like, I want to see him with Wilder because I feel like he could walk through anything. I was ringside for the Carlos Takam win as well.
Just to think about it, like, I mean, Takam, Parker, and Dubois, they're good wins.
Yeah.
Like, with that, that's better than, there's guys who I have ahead of him who you could argue that, like, he's got a better resume.
Exactly. That's why I've got him that high. So, yeah, and look, obviously we know he's coming to the end, but he's still difficult work. He was not easy for Chisora. He certainly wasn't easy for Filip Hrgović. So although I think that the best years are behind him, and that's obviously not controversial, I still think what he's done in the last 3 or 4 years, I think that's why I've got him that high because he's actually beaten some very, very good heavyweights. All right, who's your number 6?
David Adelaide.
Oh, that's good.
I
High.
have him higher. That's why I said, when you said it, I think we can only do it. I was like, no, I'll have him higher. I think that against Filip Hrgović, I personally think that in that fight, he fought well. Even though he lost, he fought well. He nearly had Hrgović out of there. I think that maybe the occasion did get to him a little bit, maybe the pressure, because early on, I actually think he couldn't believe how much faster he was. He got that cut on Hrgović, and it's almost like once he cut Hrgović, it's like he just went, oh my God, I'm going to win this fight. And all that technique went out the window. And it only came back late on in the fight after he'd been down. I think that there is a big win. There is big stuff in Adelaide. I definitely think that after the Hrgović fight, although he lost it, yeah, I thought he'd get completely blown out of the water. He didn't. She showed me something in there. And he showed me that he's got bags of heart. You know, he was getting lit up in that fight, but he still kept fighting. So I think that there's a very good win there. Yeah, the TKV fight, but TKV never complained.
Okay,
He
fair.
didn't complain when the punch went in. You know, he could have easily said, he hit me after the bet. He didn't. It's his team who complained. So I think domestically, yep, he's something. And I think he's gone places. I really do.
All right, my number 6 is Lawrence Okoli.
Okay.
I got Lawrence Okoli as number 6. I think Lawrence Okoli's, it's a weird one because I'm going on what I think he can do, almost a bit like what you've done with Adelaide there. Because I think Lawrence Okoli can put it together and beat a lot of these guys. Yes, he's 10 to 15 pounds too heavy. And hopefully they start to realize that because one thing the cruiserweights have coming up, the big advantage they have is speed. And he's giving that away immediately by just being overweight. So I think he's good. Again, first fight, as you say, heavyweight, stopped in the first round and was comfortable against Kevin Lorena. I think it was a 10-rounder. I think it was like a near shutout. I think Kevin Lorena got 1 round on like the official scorecards.
Literally 1 round.
Yeah. I think he can beat a lot of these guys. So I had him at number 6. I'm so intrigued as to who your number 5 is.
I'd be very surprised if we don't have the same top 5. Number 5 is Derek Chisora.
Okay.
My
I've
number
got
5
Chisora at 5 as well, so we might as well just do this one together.
Okay.
I've got Chisora at 5.
Chisora at number 5. Recent form. I want to know when he's having that 50th fight because the form he's been on, I mean, he's literally, I know he's not going to fight for a world title, but he's literally put himself in contention for a world title with the form he's been on.
Yeah, but the form is like 1 fight a year. I don't think he's actually had a fight in 2025.
No, he had Otto Valine, that's it.
In 2025 was that Otto Valine?
February, yeah.
Okay, wow.
February. And yeah, it seems like only it actually I can't believe that. That seems like an eternity away when he had that
Dude,
fight.
feels like 2
Honestly,
years ago.
it genuinely
That's
does.
why I'm like, are you sure? But yeah, you're right. I mean, what is it? Gerald Washington, Joe Joyce, Otto Villain.
And they're a year 23, 24. That's crazy. I didn't think of it like that.
Yeah, so it's
God
one
damn.
fight a year. It's weird with Chisora because, again, this is a fighter that should have retired after the Fury defeat, as far as I'm concerned.
Mate, there were people saying after he lost to Fury in 2014, they should have retired.
Yeah, so there you go. There you go. It's been a long time, but I think it's on. Like again, I mean, if your last 2 wins, Otto Berlin and Joe Joyce, you deserve to be high up on this list.
Yeah, you're doing something. There's still obviously enough left there.
I feel like I know we're going to disagree with number 4.
Anthony Joshua. That's my number 4.
Okay.
Anthony Joshua, number 4. Simple as I think that there is still something there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think. Put it like this, right? The people who are ahead of him, I'd pick all 3 of them to beat Anthony Joshua. That's why they're ahead of him.
Okay, so this is why I say, as we've done this list, as we've constructed it, we've almost given different reasons as to why people are high on the list. Because I've no doubt that you've got Moses at number 3.
Yes.
Yeah. And I've got Moses as number 4. Yeah, I've got Moses. We've got him at number 3. It's only one space.
You're putting someone, okay.
Yeah, and the reason I've got Moses as 4, and I was thinking about this today, which contradicts what I did the other day, by the way, the heavyweight one that I did the other day. Because I was thinking, like, Moses has beaten Balogun and he's stopped Dillian White, who's not anywhere near this list. Dillian White wouldn't make my top 15.
No, he never even struck my mind.
So should he be that high, having beaten a guy we didn't know in Balogun and stopping Dillian White?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, literally, I think he does. I think he should. I think.
Why? Okay, why?
Based on the eye test, based on the fact that literally everyone on the list, right, including Lawrence Okoli, with the exception of maybe 1 and 2, I think Atema beats them all. Right now. I think he beats Clark. I think he beats Joyce, Okoli, Adelaide, Derek Chisora. That is why, and Anthony Joshua.
So that's what I'm saying. So he's on this list because of expectation, not because every other person you've listed off this list has been a case of they've done this, they've done that, that's why they're that high. Mm-hmm. You've changed your tune with Moses because you've got Moses that high based on
what I think
expectation.
Yes, what I think he can do. Because I think he is that talented.
This is the only sport where that can be really thrown in your face, expectation, picking someone based off expectation.
Mm-hmm. I know it can. And I know his next fight is against Jermaine Franklin, someone who Anthony Joshua has fought. And that's really going to tell us a lot about him. But honestly, my expectation for Telma is massively high. Yeah, so
is mine. High. So is mine. I just feel like, again, how far do you go back with AJ? Like we just spoke about with Joe Joyce, how far do you go back? And prior to Dubois, it wasn't great wins, but it was solid. Franklin, Hellenius, Otto Volin, and Ngannou. Again, I'm not going to try and pretend that those are...
The only win out of there that I would say... Obviously, Valin's not bad. The Franklin win is actually aged pretty well.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah.
And then realistically, like, what are we looking at? We're looking at what, like, for a last meaningful win, maybe being Andy Ruiz.
Okay, then. So why have you got him that high? When you say it like that, then you should have him...
I should have
5th, 6th, 7th.
Well, I think he'd beat Chisora if they fought.
Yeah, okay. So you basically got him off who you think he'll beat.
Well, I always felt he had the beating of Chisora.
Okay.
And I think that there was times in Chisora's career where he could have had that fight, like, say, 10 years ago. And Chisora even then was kind of like, for this amount and this amount. So I think even Chisora kind of knows himself, right? AJ is, he's maybe a kryptonite for him as well.
Yeah.
So I take him always over Chisora.
Yeah. No, I get it. Look, I think Moses is the future.
Yes,
but I've done that so many times with fighters. I've done it so many times with fighters. I'm convinced they're just going to go and run the world. And for whatever reason, most of the times it's not talent. Broner, I know Broner was a 4-weight world champion.
4-weight world champion.
So he still achieved, but I think we all expected. There was a time when we said, Broner's going to go. Like, no one's going to be able to stop Broner. And I don't know, man. Outside influences can stop. Okay, so
Broner, stop Broner.
You've got Moses at 3. Yeah, I've got AJ at 3. You've got Moses at 3. Fine. All right. Who is your number 2?
I would be amazed if we don't agree on this. Daniel Dubois.
Nah.
We don't agree?
Nah, I've got Fabio Wardley my number 2.
Really?
I've got Fabio Wardley my number 2. Yeah.
No way.
Yes way. 1 second. And this is why I'm contradicting myself, guys and girls watching this. Daniel Dubois has he's just got beat by Usyk.
I know he has.
That's all it is. Just got beat by Usyk. Prior to that, smoked AJ, underdog. Smoked Hrgovic, underdog. Smoked Miller, some say underdog because they weren't quite sure. That run for me, former world champion, legit world champion as well. I still think Dubois' recent run is better than Wardley's recent run. I still firmly believe that run, and I thought about this today. Look, you're right. Everyone's going to go Wardley, so I'm probably wrong here, guys. But I thought about it. I thought, is that run still, like, he's coming off a defeat, but he's coming off a defeat to, I think, one of the greatest fighters of all time.
Definitely.
Before that, he stopped them all. Stopped them. Not points, stopped them. And was an underdog in all of those fights.
Okay. Well, Fabio Wardley, was he not an underdog against Joseph Parker?
Yeah.
He was.
Yes.
I think he was the slight favourite against
Fraser
Justice
Clark.
Sunni and Fraser Clark.
Yeah.
But, it wasn't mad. I think he might have been the underdog against David Adeleye, because I know a lot of people. I was picking Adeleye to win
No,
that fight.
it was close. It was close.
But as well as that, again, I know...
What's the Fraser Clark fight? What level?
What level? British level.
What level was Adeleye?
British.
What level was Justice Huni? Just asking.
Fringe world.
What level was AJ?
World.
What level was Hrgovic?
World.
There you go. There you go.
Now-
There you go.
Daniel Dubois, how much of an amateur career did he have? Been boxing since the age of what?
No,
about
not
9
that
or so?
many, by the way. Not much.
No,
Not
but
much,
he's
by
been
the
still
way.
boxing since he
Not
was
much.
about 9. Turned
Yeah.
pro at 17, 18. White collar Wardley, when he
Incredible.
was white and fight collar, Joseph Parker was a world champion. 9 years later, he's beaten him.
No,
He's not
incredible. But one's been a world champion recently and only lost it to the pound for pound, in my eyes, number 1 fighter on planet Earth.
Well, he only.
And before that, he stopped my guy AJ in front of 90,000.
Well, he did.
Then he beat up the bully in Hrgovic, and before that, beat up a bully who was 100 pounds bigger than him in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And before that,
Quit.
Lost to Usyk.
No, quit against Usyk.
No. See, I'm not doing the quit thing.
Okay.
I didn't lace him up to.
And
do
yes,
that.
he was a world champion. Who gave him that world title? Did he win it in the ring?
No, Hrgovic. It was vacated. Then he fought Hrgovic, and then he fought AJ for it. So it's not like he's fighting bums for a world title, by the way. He's fighting Hrgovic and AJ, who, Hrgovic is probably the 6th best heavyweight in the world.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay.
And he bullied him.
He did.
Bashed him up.
I'm still not putting him ahead of Wardley. Okay. No. Hang on a second. How about this, right? If they fight next, Wardley Dubois, who do you have?
Don't know. What a fight.
Well, it's a great fight, isn't
What a
it? That is
fight.
a absolute.
What a
That's
fight.
a war.
That there is a problem.
Ooh-wee.
That there is a big problem. That is an incredible...
They will fight fire with fire.
Oh,
won't
they'll
they?
kill each other.
Oh,
They'll
boy.
kill each other. You'd have to have ambulances surrounding. There'd have to be no problem. They'll kill each other.
The zone will actually have to put a rating on that fight, like 18 plus, not for the faint-hearted.
All right, guys. What do you think? Come on, like that Wardley Dubois thing. It's a good little debate. It's not as hook, line, sinker as you think. All the other stuff, though, I could have got it all wrong. Could have got it wrong about AJ Moses. Could have got it wrong about Adeleye. Could have got it all wrong. But that's where you guys come in. Get your top 10 in. Again, don't say ours is shit. Well, you can say that, but then say yours is like, what's yours? Like, tell us yours. That's the most
I'm
important
going to
thing.
get so much flack for having React Pour in there. Wait and see.
Yeah, I think you deserve. I think you deserve flag. Like Dave Allen just beat up Johnny Fisher. Riapo's done nothing at heavyweight. Riapo's done nothing at heavyweight.
Johnny
I love
Fisher.
Riapo. Riapo's my guy, but he's done nothing.
Johnny Fisher.
What's-
Beating Johnny Fisher is not exactly something you want to brag about.
Yeah, what's Riapo done at heavyweight?
Well, nothing. But what's beating Johnny Fisher?
Well, but Dave Allen beating Johnny, at least he beat up a heavyweight that we know.
We know, yeah, but that's like saying
Guys,
Johnny
we gotta
Fisher.
go. We gotta go. We're gonna get kicked out of this place. Peace and love. Take care.
Go.